I just want to get started, and how would you guys describe your company, your product, and your whole idea, the whole ambiance of it?
I'll do that. Go ahead.
Well, our product is loose leaf tea and tea accessories. And really what we wanted to do with our company was create a more unique experience with tea. Lots of people think it's, a more stodgy drink, something that grandmas and grandpas only drink.
Yeah.
Younger generations want coffee or energy drinks. But right now the growing demographic of tea is actually males 18 to 25. And so we really wanted to cater to that market and make it a drink that younger people, felt cool drinking, felt hip, like, oh, I have loose tea, which our name is loose tea. It's just a different spelling of the word.
Well, that's actually good. Like, you guys did your research on where you guys want to aim towards your demographics. But what was the main goal of your company? Like, was it a lifestyle change? Did you want to be able to travel, or was it just because you really enjoyed tea,
Well, actually, we've traveled a lot since Britt was born. We've lived in 4 different countries many times. We've lived in the Middle East, in Europe, Canada, the United States, and we've traveled just tons. So tea is very cultural. Depending on where you live, determines whether you might drink a black tea, a green tea, an oolong, a pu'er, whether you milk it, sugar it, honey it, chai it. So with all of the traveling we did, I mean, we both love tea, so we're passionate about it. And I think that if you do something that you love, you'll be successful. So I think we've already done all of the traveling. We're not doing this for a lifestyle change. We've just now settled down for the first time, and we're living in Florida. So it's like the first time we've been in a stable environment that we could actually start the company. We wanted to do it for years, but this is our chance.
Oh, nice. Now, traveling, did you guys, what was the main reason you guys traveled? Was it, I think I read somewhere, military?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's funny because, like, over here, I'm in Orange County, but like bubble tea, I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Love it!
Yeah, it's really popular now.
That stuff.
We would like to eventually branch out, and I love taro
Oh,
and
yeah.
red bean. I love them.
Red bean's
Yeah.
my favorite.
And you have to have the balls. You got to have that tapioca in there.
Yeah. Now, like, most people, I mean, a lot of people start with family businesses, but what's the good thing about it, and what's the difficult thing about it for you guys?
I'd say, well, we're definitely yin and yang here. I am the serious one, and my mom is very fun-loving, and I'm a realist bordering on pessimist, and my mom is definitely the optimist. So you can see the gold lining and everything.
Yeah.
So we balance each other out, which is nice. And we've always been super close, moving around and traveling in the military. I'm an only child. So it was my mom, my dad, and we had a dog for 15 years. So I've always been very close to my family. But I'd say the negative,
definitely, like, you work together. If you live together and you work together, I would say the negative is separating personal and business hours.
definitely.
Definitely, like Brittany or I, if one of us gets upset about something, on a personal level, not carrying that over to work when you start in the morning.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of people have problems separating personal and business anyway, so.
I think so.
Yeah. Now, continue.
Oh, go ahead. No, that's fine.
Like, how long have you guys been doing loose tea?
Well, we've drank loose leaf teas for, forever, for years. But actually, the company we launched in December, the 22nd of December. So we're really new as far as selling and the website goes. But drank it forever.
Now, what's your, I guess you can say, your biggest win as a company so far? I guess your most momentous moment, I guess.
One of the awards.
Yeah. Well, on January 28th, we were featured on a site called Awards, AWWARDS. And they feature different websites from all around the world, and we were featured as their site of the day. So a panel actually graded us, and we got a really high rating. It was awesome because it drove so much traffic to our site. We went within a weekend. It was like 20,000 hits. It was insane. We printed off all of the analytics for it. It was great. And then Shopify actually has us featured under their examples. So it was...
And his logo, our logo.
And our logo. So, like, huge, just... It feels good for us to know that we're on the right track with our branding, because as a two-person team, sometimes you feel like, am I doing this right? Like, this is what we really believe in, but what if I'm not getting the message out there properly? And I feel like we've gotten definitely the feedback that we're on the right track.
That's good. Now, in your business, how did you, like for new startups, how did you guys gather the resources, tracking manufacturers, all that part for, finding your tea?
Well, we actually went to the World Tea Conference. It's an expo with tea companies from around the world, and there's competitions and classes. So we went to the World Tea Conference Expo for a week, and we took as many classes as we could every day, as well as we drank so much tea just trying to find the vendors that we absolutely loved, because we wanted the highest quality tea that we could find. So there's hundreds of vendors, and we tried everything and just felt like we didn't go with a cheaper product. We went with more expensive products because of the quality. I think if you can buy Lipton anywhere if you're looking for just dust or fannings. If you want a really good quality, it might cost a little more, but it's definitely worth it. So we pretty much got all of our vendors through the World Tea Expo.
They have, at the conference, they had packaging, labeling people, they had your vendors, they had if you want to buy from source, they had tea bag machines if you do want to bag gas. They really, it's great. I would definitely recommend anyone thinking about starting a tea company to attend, because the classes even showed, what to expect financially, what to expect within the industry, statistics on, that men right now, younger men, are a growing demographic that you should be targeting. Really important information that if someone would have told me that before I went, I would have said, oh, come on, really? But it was a wonderful experience. I'm glad we did it.
That's good to hear, because I think a lot of startups, they don't know where to start, and usually they get kind of paralyzed checking everything out online and not actually going in person to meet people.
It is. Yeah. It's definitely overwhelming if you try to do research online, because there's so much information out there. It's coming from everywhere. So you kind of do have to focus on your specific field, I think. And then from there, get professionals and experts in the field to help guide you to go to conferences or expositions, whatever you can do to get you on the right track.
And I'd say, don't be afraid to ask for help from people. We went to an accountant and asked about QuickBooks and for our accounting software. We had no idea how to get started. We watched the tutorials, but even after that, we had questions. So we called an accountant and asked, and a lawyer gave us 20 minutes of advice for free. And so just getting out there and saying, I'm a small business, could you give me some advice before I'd sit down with you? Things like that you can really get help from. And
actually, it was huge. We got accepted into the UCF incubation program here, and a lot of states and counties states, universities, depends on the level and it depends on the state, have incubation programs now for new entrepreneurs and startup businesses. And if you can find out about a program, an incubation program in your area, there is so much help out there, from marketing and advertising help to financial, legal, anything. So it's really kind of important to, see what your area has to offer for a startup.
That's great advice for a lot of people who just have an idea,
Yeah.
But for your company, what do you want for the future or looking forward?
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Well, I want to take over the world. And I'm the optimist. World tea consumption, loose tea only.
Yeah, I'd say let's start nationally, but I want tea bars, prohibition style tea bars. So carrying our theme that you see on the website into a location, so a cafe that you'd walk into from the 1920s, like a speakeasy. It would all be tea though, and it would all be behind the counter service. I'm really into giving people more of an experience than just some cafes you walk into and it's, black and white. There's nothing, you're still on your cell phone texting away. Yeah, I'd like a blah, blah, blah. And you'll walk out of there. But I want to give people something where they walk in there, they're transported to a different place for a few minutes. They want to look around and they're awed by their surroundings more so. And tea can be an experience. It doesn't have to be something like, oh, I'm sipping tea and crumpets. I love afternoon tea, but that's not what we're trying to do with it. So
That's very interesting because I have a good friend she lives in France, and so she always loves that type of idea, and she always tells me, oh, Americans, they don't have that. But, it's good to see that people are trying to do that,
Yeah, I love Europe from being over there, just the restaurants, the cafes, everything. They've kept the integrity of their history. You walk into something and there's a plaque that it's 900 years old. That's incredible. I mean, America, after 50 years, you knock it down or you have something new done. I want to bring the old back.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's great to hear.
That's my vision.
Now, just to wrap up, I just want to ask a random question, but what's your favorite tea and what would you recommend to people who haven't tried your brand tea?
Ooh. Well, for a black tea, I like a strong black tea, and we also have a spice blend on the website. It's for a chai, it's a masala mix, so it's got 7 different spices. So I would say a milk black tea with honey and chai, my spices, the spice blend on our Spice of Your Life on our website. That's my favorite. I start every morning with chai with my spice blend. But the black tea that I would use, maybe an Assam or a Ceylon or a Darjeeling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My favorite. Wow, that's hard.
America.
I like that one. I like black. I have a favorite in almost all of them. I'm not a big pu'er drinker.
Me neither. I actually avoid pu'er.
Yeah, she really likes it. But right now I actually have Boo in there. It's a white tea. It's really light. And normally I'm a strong tea, like black, get me going in the morning, and because I'm still in university, keep me up, get my homework done. But the white tea, the Boo, is it's soft and delicate, and it doesn't need a lot of sugar or anything with it. And I have a sweet tooth, so that's saying a lot. But that's probably right now.
Well, I start every day with a black chai tea, and then usually, like in the afternoon, maybe a green or a white, but definitely the spices every morning.
Her spices are incredible. I like them too. So, and you can use them. We use her spices for more than just the tea. We actually cook with it. We have a bunch of recipes on our blog. So we've made
Well,
Moroccan chicken. We've made pies with it, cakes. Throw it in when you need like cinnamon and nutmeg, things like that. We just put her masala blend in it.
yeah.
I'll be sure to link that. Well, thank you very much for joining Mtropia interviews.